Have you ever wondered what transforms a simple watch into a true masterpiece? What turns an everyday object into a symbol of prestige and power? Today, we're uncovering the mystery behind one of the most revered brands in the world, Patek Philippe. Imagine holding a watch worth millions in your hands. We're not just talking about financial value here, but something much deeper, a legacy of excellence, tradition, and innovation. How does a company create pieces so unique, so coveted, that someone would be willing to pay 28 million euros for a single watch? Think about that for a moment. What makes this watch so special? The answer isn't simple. Each Patek Philippe watch is more than just an object, it's a work of art, a testament to masterful watchmaking. But what really makes it so valuable? Is it the fact that each piece is crafted with almost unimaginable precision, where even the smallest detail is treated with the utmost seriousness? Or is it the prestige associated with a brand that has built an unrivaled reputation over the centuries? Let's dive a little deeper. What makes a Patek Philippe watch so desirable? Is it the history behind it? The revolutionary innovations that changed the course of watchmaking? Or perhaps it's the exclusivity, the fact that not just anyone can simply go out and buy one of these watches. When you acquire a Patek Philippe, you're not just buying a watch, you're acquiring a piece of history, a status symbol that goes beyond just telling time. And here's the big question, is all this prestige just a matter of marketing, or is there something truly extraordinary behind the brand? And what if I told you that when you hold a Patek Philippe, you're not just watching time pass, but holding time itself in your hands? Think about that as we explore what it really means to own a watch of this magnitude. Are you ready to uncover the secret behind one of the most prestigious brands in the world? Because, in the end, the real question is, what are you truly buying when you acquire a Patek Philippe? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's much more to discover about this world of luxury and tradition. And what you're about to learn might completely change your perspective on what it means to have a true treasure on your wrist. Are you ready for this journey? In a world where almost everything is just a click away, true exclusivity has become a rare and highly sought-after commodity. But what if I told you there's an object so special that it's not just about having the money to buy it, but about being worthy of owning it? We're talking about Patek Philippe watches, a brand that elevates the concept of exclusivity to a level that few can reach. What makes a Patek Philippe watch more than just a luxury accessory? It's the fact that when you buy one, you're entering an exclusive club, where entry isn't guaranteed by your bank balance, but by your access to a tradition that spans generations. Imagine wearing something on your wrist that not only reflects wealth but also refined taste and a status that transcends the ordinary. Do you think you're ready for that? And here's the great paradox, while these watches are symbols of wealth, they're also something that money alone can't buy. After all, what really makes something valuable? Is it the price you pay or the rarity of owning something that few even get the chance to touch? Let's go further. The value of a Patek Philippe isn't just measured by the gold or diamonds that adorn it, but by the history it carries, by the fact that over time, it can become even more valuable. Yes, we're talking about an investment that not only holds its value but can multiply, becoming a true gem in the resale market. But have you ever wondered what makes these pieces often increase in value over the years? And more importantly, what does that say about what it really means to own one of these watches? Patek Philippe's exclusivity creates a desire, a silent craving that only grows over time. The brand is synonymous with prestige, and its watches, with eternal value. But what would you do to have something like that? And more importantly, what would you do to ensure that this symbol of exclusivity and value remains, if not for you, then for future generations? As you ponder that, consider what it truly means to have something that few can have. Because, in the end, the question isn't just about what you have, but about what it represents. And if it represents something that transcends time, fashion, and even money, then perhaps, just perhaps, you're ready for what Patek Philippe offers. Let's travel back in time to 1839, when Patek Philippe was founded. From the beginning, this brand wasn't just interested in making beautiful watches, they wanted to revolutionize the market. But what does it mean to be revolutionary? Perhaps it's introducing something that no one even imagined was possible, like the keyless winding mechanism created by Adrien Philippe. Can you imagine living in a time when this idea was completely new? Think about it, before this innovation, setting a watch was a complicated and sometimes inaccurate task. Then Patek Philippe comes along and changes everything, making the process simple, elegant, and, above all, reliable. But what truly impresses us here? The simplicity of the idea or its brilliance? Now, let's ask ourselves, why do some innovations endure while others are quickly forgotten? What allowed Patek Philippe not only to survive but to thrive for nearly 200 years? Is it the perfect combination of tradition and innovation, where each new creation respects the legacy of the past while boldly projecting into the future? And more importantly, what makes this brand continue to be a benchmark in such a competitive market? Perhaps it's the way Patek Philippe treats each watch not just as a product but as a work of art, a piece that encapsulates the best of what human engineering and creativity can achieve. But this leads us to another question. What is the true value of something that transcends time, that remains relevant generation after generation? Imagine for a moment being in Adrien Philippe's position, holding the first version of the keyless winding mechanism in your hands. Would you know that you were about to change the course of watchmaking history? And more importantly, how do you imagine this innovation was received in the world at that time? What turns a simple idea into something revolutionary? Think about the Nautilus. Launched in 1976, at a time when sports watches were just beginning to find their place in the luxury market, the Nautilus emerged as a bold proposition. Its robust yet sophisticated design broke all conventions of the time. But what makes the Nautilus so special? Maybe it's the perfect balance between form and function, or perhaps it's its ability to be both casual and sophisticated, a watch you can wear to a formal event or on a day of adventure. But the question remains, what makes it, decades later, still one of the most desired models in the world? And then we have the Calatrava, launched in 1932. Unlike the Nautilus, the Calatrava stands out for its simplicity. But don't be fooled by its minimalist appearance. The Calatrava is the epitome of elegance, with its classic design that has stood the test of time. But what does it mean to be truly classic? Is it the ability to transcend trends and remain relevant in any era? Or does the Calatrava teach us that true beauty lies in simplicity, in the purity of lines, in the absence of excess? Now, let's talk about the Aquanaut, launched in 1997. In many ways, the Aquanaut is the boldest of the three. With its rubber strap and modern design, it was created for a younger, active, and dynamic audience. But what makes it a true Patek Philippe? Perhaps it's the way it captures the spirit of the times, reflecting a more casual lifestyle without ever losing the sophistication and excellence that the brand represents. But if you had to choose between the classic Calatrava, the robust Nautilus, and the modern Aquanaut, which one would best represent who you are? These watches aren't just objects of desire, they're statements of style and identity. Each of them carries a story, a design philosophy that withstands the test of time and changes in fashion. But what really matters here is how these designs connect with you, with your own story, and with what you want to express to the world. And here's the big question: which of these models would you choose to tell your story? Because, in the end, a Patek Philippe watch isn't just an accessory. It's an extension of who you are, a piece that speaks for you without saying a word. So, what will your choice be? For many, investing in a Patek Philippe is like buying a rare work of art, a piece that not only withstands time but defies it, growing in value as the years go by. But why does this happen? What makes these watches so coveted in the resale market? The answer lies in the exclusivity and unparalleled quality that Patek Philippe offers. Each watch is made in limited quantities, often with an attention to detail that borders on obsessive. This creates a demand that only increases over time. Owning a Patek Philippe isn't just about buying a watch, it's about acquiring a piece of a legacy, something that will only become rarer and, consequently, more valuable. A Patek Philippe offers an emotional connection, a link to the past and the future, something that can't be measured solely in monetary terms. And that's what makes it one of the most sought-after investments by those who understand the true meaning of value. What do you seek in a watch? A status symbol? An investment that grows over time? Or a heritage that carries the stories of generations? Whatever your answer, a Patek Philippe is much more than just a timekeeper. It's a connection to the past, present, and future, encapsulated in a masterpiece of watchmaking. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. See you next time.